Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here to share with you the finish of my latest project. I'm so excited. So, as many of you know, this month we are doing the Diamond Paint Along for DP for Pets. And so this was my first diamond painting pet themed kit that I was working on this month. I still have one other project I want to complete for DP for Pets, and I still have one other project I want to complete for June, so we'll see if I get there. But I'm super excited. I at least finished one, and it's only about halfway through the month, so I should finish the other one on time, fingers crossed. So what kit was I working on? I was working on my shaman from Diamond Art Club, and I'll stick a picture of the original artwork over there. I absolutely love how this one turned out. So as you can see, here's my Elizabeth Ward. Here's all the drills that I had left. I had plenty left. I didn't run out of anything. The kit came with two ABs. So I had these light purple ABs and these white ABs that came with the kit. And as you can see from those, I had plenty left. And then I had all these lovely kind of pinks and purples along with the browns, blacks, and dark grays of the horse, and I just think it turned out amazing. I did, before I started, go through and pick out some ABs that I wanted to use out of my spares. Some I ended up using, some I didn't. The first one that I ended up not using was the Christmas Red ABs. There weren't very many of these at all. And when I use the ABs, just having them, these are slightly darker than these. These were more of a bright red than these are. These are kind of goldish purple, and I just didn't think it looked quite as good, so I ended up not using these. I also ended up not using my copper crystal ones that I was thinking about using. I thought I would put them on some of the metal pieces in the kind of bridle and tack of the horse, but it was kind of hard to tell at first where it would be a good place to put it, and by the time I got to where I'd kind of figured it out, I thought it looked fine the way it was, so I ended up not using it. So I didn't end up using those two ABs, but I do have 5 other ABs that I added as well. The 318, which is a gray, I ended up using all of those, so that one is now empty, so yay me. The 963, I actually substituted, so these are all of the drills that came with the kit, and I substituted all ABs for that. I think it turned out great. Love how that looks. This 3861 is like a kind of a grayish brown. I actually bought these to go with my Diana, but I just didn't end up using very many of them. And when this one came along, I was like, oh, because this thing was almost completely full. So I used up a bunch of those. And then I have this purple that I substituted for this dark purple here. This one I just kind of sprinkled in. I think it looks really good. And then this one is another dark gray that I just kind of sprinkled here and there. I was gonna use the whole thing and just do a one-on-one substitution, but I ended up not doing that, and I still think it looks good. So I've got those 5 ABs that I added, plus the 2 that were in there. So there's those. And then before I show you the kit, let me show you the trash. And you can see here that there's not a huge amount of trash. This is a pretty decent sized kit. I want to say it's like 70 by 50 or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but pretty big. And this is all the trash I have. And you can see there's some like little tiny misshapen pieces. A lot of these in here actually are not trash. Some of them have little like strings on them and whatever, but a lot of these are actually just, you can see here like this green or this purple has a like a peach color in it. They just randomly had different colors mixed in. This green right here has like an orange, couple of orange ones in there. So they weren't really trash. They were just drills that I picked out because they shouldn't have been in that color. So stowaways that I just throw in the trash because when I'm diamond painting, it's too much trouble to figure out where they're going to go and all that. So pretty happy with all that. So now that I've shown you that I had all these drills left, what ABs I used and I didn't, let me grab the canvas and we can look at that. So as usual, this is so big that I can't get it all on the screen, but just look at the vibrant colors of this. I absolutely love it. The size is 86 by 56 or somewhere around there, 84 by 56, something like that. I just really love how it turned out. So the horse itself is just beautiful. I thought there would be way more black than there actually was. So it's a lot of dark browns, dark blues, dark grays, that sort of thing, rather than being all black. There is black, but not as much as I thought there was. You can see over here, there is all of the ABs up here, and of course, ABs kind of sprinkled all throughout on both sides of the canvas just to add that little kind of star effect. But I love the mane of the horse. I love the way all of these feathers look with the little red and yellow tails on them where they're braided into his mane. Now, this is an older canvas, and since I can't get the whole thing on the screen, I'll do some B-roll so you guys can see what it all looks like completed. It is an older canvas, so it has the training wheels, like it'll be where there's supposed to be a dark brown or dark gray, it'll have a gray square, but then the middle of it is white. So sometimes if you don't get your drills placed exactly right, you can still see some of the white from the symbols underneath coming through, which is not my favorite thing, but it is an older kit. They've stopped doing that, I think. So just I just love the imagery here, the shield, all the kind of painting, the war paint on the horse. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe I waited so long to do this one. In my defense, I thought this one was a square, and because it's so big, I thought it would take me forever. It actually went really quick because I started this at the beginning of the month and it's only the 15th. So even though it looks like a ton of confetti, and there is confetti in places, obviously, the little collar thing here, all of the feathers, that kind of thing, there is confetti. But there's way more multi-placing than you think. Of course, a lot of the background is multi-placing. Even the feathers coming off of the mane, there is multi-placing within the feathers. And I just love how it looks. And you can see in the little like shield thing, the purple ABs and then the pink ABs that I substituted. There's quite a few of those. And then anywhere that there's highlights on the feathers and all the stars, those are all the white ABs that came with the kit. Of course, in the horse itself, you can see in its face, I added in some ABs on the cheek of it, on its neck, some of the gray ABs that I added in. And then, of course, kind of sprinkled all throughout are the purple ABs that I added in. But yeah, I'm super happy with how this came out. I can't believe how pretty it is. Even my husband was impressed at all the colors and how fantastic it all looks. Really good job rendering this. I think it's not exactly like the original image. They did take some liberties with the way that they rendered it, but it looks really good as a diamond painting. Like I said, I love all the paint and everything on the horse. I love the way these feathers kind of stand up to give you that whole look there, and then the eagle kind of, or the hawk kind of transparent in the background. I don't know if that's an eagle or a hawk. I'm going to call it a hawk. Don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I had lots of fun with this one. It was just a really enjoyable experience. I think after struggling with a couple of the art dot ones and fussing with the drills and getting frustrated, having one like this from Diamond Art Club where the drills were good, even though this is an older kit, this is a kit that I bought in late 2021, I think. This might have been a Black Friday 2021 purchase. Just super thrilled at the way it turned out. I love it. And I'm really glad. I had intended to do this one for DP for Pets probably 3 years ago. I mean, when I bought it, that was my intention, was to use it for that. And I think I bought this one and Wolf Shaman at the same time. Kicking myself for both of those that I didn't do them sooner. I loved how Wolf Shaman turned out too. If you haven't seen that one, I'll stick a link up there so you can go check it out. But just absolutely love this one. And the pinks and purples, just such a nice contrast to the gray and the blacks and everything of the horse. The feathers are really cool looking. The kind of beaded piece that hangs off of the horses where the saddle would go. Just, yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I have lots of things left over, lots of drills left over. So super happy with the completion of this one, which means now I can start concentrating on the next project, which is my Spangler that I need to finish before the end of the month. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're participating in DP for Pets. Have you finished anything? I know from looking in the Facebook group that several people have completed several smaller projects, but if anybody's gotten a big project like this that they're working on, has anybody finished one? Also, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you're planning on participating in the Diamond Paint Along in August, where the theme will be flower. I still need to figure out what I'm doing for that one and also figure out what I'm doing for July. So I'll probably be unboxing something here in the next few days for one of those events or both. I guess July is not an event, it's just a kit that I want to get done. Maybe I'll pick something smaller for July because I have a feeling my kit for August may be one of my bigger ones, but we'll see. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.